Hello and welcome to Thursday's programme.
Coming up tonight between now and 6:30. Good evening. An amber warning for snow and ice remains in place for much of the region tonight, with warnings of treacherous road conditions and falling temperatures.
Well, this was the scene. Who's next to city centre for us? Richard, it looks like this evening could be particularly difficult for those out in the cold this evening with nowhere to go.
Absolutely.
Let's go to Grace Pascoe now near Bodmin, where the snow is coming down thick and fast there, Grace. The conditions are getting worse, it looks like, too. Drivers struggling to get through that weather and having to be pushed out of those conditions. And there are warnings, obviously, about driving this evening, with Somerset County Council saying that they're cutting back on gritting. People are preparing for whatever the weather brings.
Our reporter Charlotte Gay is just south of Yeovil for us this evening in the village of East Coker. Charlotte, what are they doing? Less snow, I have to say, at the moment there, but what are they doing to make sure people are prepared for the cold night ahead? You do want to keep up with the road closures or what's happening on the roads, do go to our website this evening. We're posting updates there as we speak. It's westcountry at itv.com. As temperatures drop, people are being urged this evening to check on elderly or vulnerable neighbours.
A new campaign in Plymouth relies on kind-hearted volunteers to deliver vital supplies, but more help is desperately needed, as Sam Blackledge now reports. Well, to find out just how bad it's going to get, let's cross to our weather forecaster, Charlie Powell, who's at the Met Office next for us this evening. So, Charlie, we saw pretty bad conditions where Grace was there near Bodmin. Is it going to get worse, or are we in the worst of it now?
It's kind of moving through, but the problem we have now...
Charlie, thanks very much for now. Well, let's move on to some other news from across our region now, and there are serious concerns about the levels of self-harm among prisoners at HMP Dartford.
More than half of Exeter's public toilets could shut in an effort to save money. They include...
New research suggests South West drivers are ignoring safety concerns when travelling through roadworks. According... Now you're watching ITV News here in the West Country with John T and Kylie. Thanks for joining us. Still ahead before 6:30, we'll be catching up with two young sports.
And the ITV News continues with more on the arriving snow at 6:30. Mary Nightingale has all the details. But next on our programme, how many of you have felt stressed today? It is something that we've come to accept in our daily lives, but it can have a profound impact on both our mental and physical well-being.
Well, later, the Tonight programme looks at the impact stress can have on us. In a special poll, it found 1 in 5 people have been to their GP in the last year because of a stress-related condition. Lauren Hall has this report. Well, you can watch the full programme of Tonight, Your Body, Your Stress. It's here on ITV at 7:30.
Now, the British National Diving Cup kicks off in Plymouth tomorrow at the city's Life Centre, and over the next few days we will see all the big names in British diving, including Plymouth's own Tom Daley and Matthew Dixon, taking to the boards.
But one of the city's rising stars has made it to the event against the odds. Victoria Vincent was the youngest ever member of Team England when she went to the Glasgow Commonwealth Games back in 2014, aged just 13. But she later suffered a potentially career-ending injury. Jackie Bird reports now on how she refused to give up. Impressive. Now, a 9-year-old boy from Woolacombe has become so good at skateboarding that he's started beating the adults in competitions.
Yep, George O'Neill travels to Mount Hawke near Truro 3 times a week to practice, and he's soon going to fly to Sweden to compete in an international competition. Rishi Davda has the story. Good luck, George. Isn't he doing well? Fantastic effort. Right, now we're going to take you back to Grace Pascoe. She is on the A30 near Bodmin. Grace, it seems like only a few minutes we spoke to you last. The conditions are already worsening. We can see the cars backing up behind you as well. How bad is it?
Well, let's go back to Charlie at the Met Office. I bet you're glad we didn't send you out this evening, Charlie. In the warm studio there, poor Grace out in the freezing cold. Is it going to stay this way? How's it looking over the next couple of days?
Well, things are starting to clear through the...
OK, Charlie, thanks very much indeed for that update. Now, of course, if you have any pictures of the snow in your area that you would like to share with us, we'll try and get it on the programme. That's it from all of us. I'll have the late news at 10:30.
From all of us here, goodbye.
Bye-bye.